right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Just 24 more hours of November warmth, and then the changes begin. Thanksgiving this year is looking about 25 degrees colder than today.
Plus tonight, bud boundaries. City of St. Louis leaders might be reinstating a buffer zone between pot shops and schools. But first tonight, Roundabout Ruckus. A St. Louis County crowd is concerned about a problem intersection.
It happens every day. Yesterday, I almost got hit.
Most people that I know are against it in this area.
The latest on the South County project.
Just hours ago, neighbors gathered calling on the county to pump the brakes on that project. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Our Laura Barczewski was at tonight's meeting. She joins us live from the intersection where a $2 million roundabout would be built. Laura.
Mike and Ann, while we were sitting here, we observed all sorts of problems, and the biggest one, rolling a stop sign. For about 10 minutes, we saw roughly 30 cars roll the stop signs at all directions, making this roundabout one of the biggest items for St. Louis County. They want to bring it in and put it right across from Oakville Elementary. Noria Siddiqui says she was on her way home from the gym with her kids, driving through the intersection of Yeager and Milburn when another car came out of nowhere.
I don't think that car over there saw me, and I already made my move and I hit him.
The accident totaled her car, and she's not alone. According to St. Louis County, the intersection is one of the top 10 most problematic intersections in the county, with 48 accidents over a 4-year period, 10 of them involving injuries.
I see accidents here every day. Somebody had a rental truck and he went all the way over there. They replaced that gate over there.
St. Louis County transportation officials have secured the money from federal grants to fix the intersection, proposing a roundabout with crosswalks instead of a 4-way stop.
So in a roundabout, you're literally looking for one car coming that way and the pedestrians. So it just clears a lot of conflict points up.
Siddiqui says she thinks it would be a good thing.
I think that will help. Just slow them down a little bit.
But many others at a meeting to discuss the project
Those opposed, raise your hand.
hate the idea.
I don't see how young drivers, much less older drivers, are going to get through that. And I think it's going to be more accidents.
Nancy Scheitland says she's concerned about pedestrians too.
I noticed that they're going to have crosswalks also, but not right at the corner. I don't know how people are going to get across the street.
She says she'd rather have a stoplight installed, but county engineers say that's not in the cards here due to the type of grant they applied for.
We actually went for congestion mitigation and air quality funds. So that means we need to show that we're lowering emissions. That means keeping cars going, not stopping.
St. Louis County will have a few more meetings about the project, and they really want the public's feedback here as they plan to start this construction in 2026 and hopefully finish by 2027. Reporting live from St. Louis County, Laura Barczewski, 5 on Your Side.
New tonight, a St. Louis man is behind bars accused of exposing himself in a South County neighborhood. One of the victims includes a young girl who was walking to her bus stop. It happened this morning near Fleta Street and Seth Avenue. The girl was able to run back home where her mom called police. Police say the man then went into another home and exposed himself to a woman. Tonight, 25-year-old Christopher Martin faces several sexual misconduct charges. Police say he confessed to the crimes.
A North City gas station, city leaders call a nuisance, is being forced to close for a week. The decision coming down today gives store workers time to clean up their act. The BP station is located at the intersection of West Florissant and Adelaide. 5 on Your Side's Brent Solomon is just back from speaking with managers. Brent.
Well, Ann, the manager tells me the store has been there for 20 years now, and they nor their customers want to see them go. Although sources tell me there have been issues there with crime and drugs. Tonight, the city and the gas station reaching a compromise.
Let me scan that one, sweetie.
At the BP on Adelaide and West Florissant,
we have no any problem, no any trouble.
Managers say they treat those who walk in here like family.
We have a good customer service.
It's what may happen outside that's raised concerns.
Sometimes that the people be outside, they be doing a lot of commotions, it be a lot of bunch of crazy stuff going on over there.
Sources say police and city leaders have had to respond due to drugs and other crime. A nuisance hearing was set to happen Wednesday. Manager Ali Sadi tells me many of its customers showed up to show their support. Still, he agreed to a consent decree with the city.
They said lighting, fixed it, for example, the floor.
The BP has to bring on approved security officers every night. Staff here will have to go through conflict training within 2 months. City says they'll happily do it and close for a week if it will avoid a permanent closure.
Most of our customers, they complain, they said, why? You don't need to close, we need you.
This is very convenient, you know. As you can see, you know, it's only these 2 stores right here.
We like to come there because they know us and they good people.
Most of them, they are old people, and we are only the convenience store. They got their stuff from here.
He's getting the word out to let customers know they'll be gone, but they'll be back.
And that's a good store, and I don't want that store to shut down because I like that store, to be honest.
The agreement also includes a ban on selling single-serve cigarettes, as well as medicine that's not in its original packaging. The BP will close this Sunday and will reopen the following Sunday.
Brent, thanks. 5 on Your Side has obtained surveillance video showing an armed man walking down the street just minutes before Clayton's first homicide in nearly 20 years. 41-year-old Joshua Harris was shot to death early Monday morning outside an apartment on Wydown near Westwood Drive. Surveillance video shows the suspect walking down an alley with a gun and then a minute later running away. The major case squad has not released any other details about the suspect, but anyone with information is asked to call 314-955-0817.
Tonight, the Ferguson police chief says something must be done to stop an epidemic of teens committing violent crimes. Just yesterday, 3 boys ages 12, 15, and 17 were arrested. Police say the trio had already stolen 1 car before they carjacked a man in Forestwood Park. Police say adults are getting kids to commit these crimes because the juvenile justice system is more lenient.
This is really not a victimless crime, property crime, someone getting carjacked. We take it very serious.
The 17-year-old has been released from custody, but the other 2 will head to family court. A new proposal at City Hall could make certain areas in St. Louis off limits for marijuana dispensaries.
Our political editor Mark Maxwell reports from the front lines of this territorial dispute in Soulard.
Marijuana dispensaries would be hard-pressed to find more prime real estate than this location here, within walking distance of the famous Soulard Farmers Market. But its proximity to this school just across the street.
I think the problem for us is that it is smack dead across the street.
Administrators at the Lift for Life Academy have students swearing this pledge to keep their hands off drugs. It's part of their organized push to protest the dispensary under construction and slated to open for business soon.
We don't plan to make this easy for them, and clearly they don't see anything wrong with it, and they don't plan to make it easy for us. So this is not going to be a nice neighboring situation here.
The protest from parents and students caught the ear of Alderwoman Kara Spencer.
When it comes to controlled substances in kids, this is a very serious issue. I mean, you know, alcohol kills children, teenagers every year.
Spencer authored this new plan to institute a reefer radius of 500 feet around schools and daycares.
I want the city to pass it, and I appreciate them for listening to us.
The school's deputy director, Dr. Catrice Noble, says she understands times are changing.
No one is against dispensaries.
By and large, they've been wildly successful.
And if you ask Spencer, the city could use the boost in sales taxes.
These have been a net positive by far for the community. They've improved safety of the community by being open and having lighting and having security.
Her plan would impose pot parameters and tell pot shops to keep their distance from schools.
Even though society has changed, we can still make sure that we work within those parameters to keep our kids safe.
Reporting in St. Louis, Mark Maxwell, 5 on Your Side.
The Board of Aldermen voted 3 years ago to lift stricter zoning rules and remove distance requirements around daycares and school zones, which paved the way for pot shops to set up directly next door. Tonight, a proposal to freeze property taxes for some senior citizens in St. Louis is one step closer to reaching the mayor's desk. Nearly 7,000 residents, 62 and older, would qualify. Those who apply with the city assessor's office could save between $50 to $100 a year. The Board of Aldermen will vote on the measure Friday.
Tonight, the United Auto Workers are on the verge of ratifying a labor deal with General Motors, even though workers at the GM Wentzville plant have voted it down. 54% of production workers voted against this new contract, but members at several other plants and warehouses nationwide have voted tonight to ratify. The local union president says she voted yes, but says others oppose the lack of post-retirement health care for employees who started after 2007.
I don't know that I expected it. Our membership has been very vocal about some of the demands that they wanted to see in this contract that weren't quite there.
I think overall it's a good contract. No contract does everybody get everything that they want.
Voting officially ends tomorrow afternoon. If approved, it will be the first deal ratified among Detroit's 3 big automakers.
Just hours from now, Starbucks workers across the country will walk off the job, including at 8 stores in the St. Louis area. Here's some video from a strike back in the summer. Tomorrow's one-day walkout is happening on Red Cup Day, one of the chain's busiest days when they give out holiday-themed reusable cups. Unionized baristas accuse the company of refusing to negotiate fairly. 350 stores have voted to unionize, but they still don't have a collective bargaining agreement in place.
Panic in paradise. An American tourist is dead. Tonight, the search for answers into a ferry fiasco in the Bahamas. Your Thanksgiving feast is going to gobble up less of your cash this year. But for those making ends meet, the price is still hard to swallow. Tonight, where you can get a helping hand.
Not much rain is expected around here until early next week. Even then, widespread, decent rainfall. It's not locked in just yet. The changes that are locked in coming our way by Thanksgiving.
Tonight, an American tourist is dead after a ferry capsized in the Bahamas. The terrifying moments caught on tape. This video shared on social media shows this catamaran tilting to one side as some jump into the water to swim to nearby boats. 100 people were on board the ferry heading back from Paradise Island. The victim is a 74-year-old woman from Colorado, but it's not clear how she died. The cause of the incident is under investigation.
Tonight, we're seeing inside the main hospital in Gaza. It comes after Israeli forces raided the complex. Israel believes the El Shifa hospital is the site of an underground command and control center for Hamas. Hospital officials have denied those claims. Israeli soldiers have yet to find a network of underground tunnels, but they say they did find weapons belonging to Hamas. Tonight, a high-stakes meeting that could ease tensions between the U.S. and China. President Biden and China's President Xi Jinping met for several hours in San Francisco. Among the key topics, restoring military-to-military talks, China's close ties with Russia and Iran, and curbing the deadly flow of fentanyl from China.
We're taking action to significantly reduce the flow of precursor chemicals and pill presses from China to the Western Hemisphere. It's going to save lives.
China's president spent this evening at a dinner with top U.S. business leaders as he courts foreign investment amid a slowdown in China's economy.
Thanksgiving is 1 week from tomorrow. Can you believe that? Tonight, we have some news to be thankful for. This year's meal will take less stuffing out of your wallet. According to the American Farm Bureau, the national average to feed 10 people turkey, the fixings, and dessert is around $61. That's down $3 from last year's record. It's even cheaper here in the Midwest, around $58. The cost of a turkey is down more than 5%. Cranberries cost 18% less than last year. Here in the St. Louis region, Schnucks says the cost of Thanksgiving dinner is down 12% compared to last year. They're selling turkeys at 2019 prices. Schnucks also says customers are buying bigger birds this year. One of the most spectacular Thanksgiving giveaways in St. Louis is just days away.
Yeah, we're talking thousands of turkeys and literally tons of the fixings. Michelle Lee shows us what you can get and how in tonight's Making Ends Meet.
It's that time of year. We're talking about Thanksgiving dinner. We want to help you out with one of the largest Thanksgiving dinners with all the trimmings and fixins. It's so exciting. This is the Urban League's baby, really, Quenisha.
It is one of our biggest events that we do every year, and we look forward to it every year. This year we'll be at 1408 North Kings Highway. It is still a drive-up distribution. We will bring everything to your car. So you pull up, pop your trunk, and we are going to load you up.
Load you up. Okay,
yes.
So what are people getting? Because, I mean, I look,
oh my
this
gosh.
is a 20-pound turkey.
Yes, they get a 20-pound turkey. We have green beans, we have corn, we have stuffing, we have macaroni and cheese, cranberry sauce. We have all the staples for Thanksgiving this year.
What do you think the needs are from folks this year?
Food is expensive. Food is very expensive, and I know just from experience, Thanksgiving is a time where family can get together, and we try our best to take all of the stress out of everything. So all they have to do is show up, get the turkey and all the sides, get their families together, enjoy the holiday.
Yeah, take that burden off your head.
Take the burden off, because food is, like I said, very, very expensive.
All of these things cost a lot of money for families.
They do. For the boxes and the turkey, it's about $110. So we did not take any shortcuts. We made sure there are even the extra staples in the box, the pasta, peanut butter, just whatever you might need for the days after Thanksgiving, because kids are home from school, and you want to be able to supplement more dinners as well, because you got, of course, the grocery bill goes up when kids are home from school. They're home, they want to eat, so we made sure to provide extras in there as well, so it's more than just what you would need for Thanksgiving dinner.
Quenisha, thank you so much, and thank you for all the work that you're doing. I know that the next couple of weeks are going to be really busy for you.
Yes, they are, and thank you. Thanks for coming out.
And the turkey giveaway is next Tuesday from noon till 3. It's being held at Urban League headquarters. That's 1408 North Kings Highway. You can register on the site and even come back the next day for a regular box of food. You also get a box of fresh produce as well. For a list of more places with free turkeys or dinners, just text the word turkey. That number, 314-425-5355, and we'll send a link straight to your phone.
Those volunteers handing out that food next Tuesday. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be traveling. Let's get Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joining us with the weather first forecast.
It'll feel more like November next week for sure. Hasn't felt like it the last few days. It's looked like it though. Look at this beautiful color. Looks like the gumball tree over there in New Baden Park with some pretty color. Lori Anderson shared that picture with our 5 on Your Side weather watchers this evening. Here we are halfway through the month of November, more than 5 degrees above average so far this month, 75 for our top temperature. What we have not seen in any of these 15 days in the month of November is rainfall. Nothing measurable. We are almost 2 inches below average for the month. We will be by this weekend, and we're over 7.5 inches below for the year, so the dry conditions persist. We drop back into the low and mid 50s and then bounce back a little bit with a few clouds slipping in and the breeze picking up. Your temperatures tonight, a function of whether you have some wind or a few high clouds. Lambert's at 59 right now. Winds out of the south at 8 miles per hour. Outlying areas a bit cooler. If you're in one of those spots where you don't get much of a breeze, the sky's mostly clear, this air very dry, so temperatures are dropping into the 40s and even into the 30s before we're done. 75 again for the high temperature today after this morning's low of 38. Tomorrow morning, just slightly warmer, still a pretty quiet morning for us and a pretty decent morning for November. They won't have the same situation going on down across much of Florida. A lot of heavy rain setting up shop down there around Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Big problems with flooding there. This is our system for about Monday into Tuesday off the coast of California. It's going to take a little bit to get here. When it does, it should give us at least a chance of some rain. But before then, the system that we're dealing with is just a front approaching from the west. Tomorrow, it's going to bring some clouds in, especially during the afternoon. We're still warm for one more day. As we head into the overnight hours tomorrow night and early on Friday, there may be a few showers that pop up. Most of that's going to be south and southeast of St. Louis. What we see around the metro area, we're thinking is generally on the order of just a couple of little spritzes. Then we'll clear out Friday afternoon. It'll definitely be cooler. Weekends quiet, a lot of sun. Saturday, clouds on the increase Sunday. Here's our system for Monday. Of course, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, travel days. Monday for us into Tuesday, our best opportunity to see some rain across the area. The exact track of this system will determine how much we end up seeing. When it comes to traveling, though, actually on Wednesday, it's really the Pacific Northwest and then East Coast, especially the Northeast, where there could be some problems. Within an easy day's drive, it should be pretty quiet travel weather here as we go into Wednesday. So there you go. Your next 10 days, one big opportunity for rain. That's going to be Monday into Tuesday. Outside of that, the rain chances are pretty skimpy. Temperatures in the low 70s for your Thursday. We'll back it down a little below average here as we go into early next week, and then it does get pretty chilly as we head into the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Okay, Scott, thanks. Frank is here with sports.
Mike SLU trying to beat Missouri State on the hardwood. Jason Tatum put on a show in the NBA. And what is the secret sauce to the Blues' success so far?
The Sports Desk is sponsored by Jim Butler Chevrolet, the Midwest's #1 Chevy dealer 10 years running.
I know the Blues have had playoff-less years in the past, but it just felt weird last season not going. They had been on quite a streak too, making the postseason in 10 of the last 11 years. Well, we're only 14 games in, but it's 3 wins in a row, and you just have a good vibe about this squad. We talked a lot about the Blues developing chemistry before the season, and it seems to be working. Last night, the Blues held the fort until midway through the first period when Colton Parayko scored. It's the 7th time in their 8 victories that they scored first. That pleases the coach.
I love the way we're playing the start of games right now. Direct, putting pucks in deep and going to work and kind of creating that forecheck and that work mentality right away in a game.
It's just showing heart and sacrifice and just setting guys up, and you can see the excitement when anyone scores, right? Everyone's going to have an opportunity to step up, and we're going to need everybody.
Travis Ford has been a college basketball coach for almost 30 years. Don't think he's ever had a team with a 6'4" center. Oh, maybe he had one at Campbellsville College, which is an NAIA school. Tomorrow, SLU will play Wyoming at 1 o'clock in Myrtle Beach. And I promise you, Sincere Parker will be scoring a lot. He's averaging 16 points. He's never met a shot he didn't like. He's the Billikens' most gifted offensive player. And I asked him what it's like to be in that zone.
Yeah, I feel like I almost just shooting a hula hoop or something. Like everything feels like, it's going to go in, feels good.
We always known he can score, and he can score in a variety of ways. That's what makes him, a high-level guy, is he can score from 3, from pull-ups, he can get to the foul line, very creative around the rim. But I really like his defensive lately. I think he's really picked up his defense.
Rebecca Tillett and the SLU women hosting Missouri State at Shavitz. And this Julia Martinez can do a little bit of everything, including drain a 3. She had 21 points. Got to see this. Camry Clegg, 5'5". She misses on the right side, then snatches that rebound and scores. SLU wins again, 79-67. Great matchup with teams with 8-2 records in the NBA. 76ers hosting the Celtics. Jason Tatum took over a close game, bucket and one. Later, it's going to be a dagger 3 for the Chaminade kid. He had 29. Boston wins 117-107. I love the Lord, my family, sports, and dogs. Tonight, I'm spending my last night with my best friend. That's Jackson next to me, who spent a lot of time here at KSDK, and I certainly didn't want to be without him tonight. Here we are preparing for the 10 o'clock sports. Not big in stature, but a tough guy. Likes meat, watching football on the couch, and picking fights with other dogs. Boy, did he growl. His nickname was Rumble. To paraphrase the theme from Shaft, nobody understood him but me. He was my guy, named after my favorite player, Reggie Jackson. Every night when I come home at 10:45, he greeted me like a long-lost soldier. Loved his greetings, like, "Congrats, Dad, you made it home, so proud of you." Then we would have a midnight snack together. Monique objected, Jack insisted, and I always sided with Jack. We weren't just joined at the hip, we were physically connected at the hip. Every night, he was on my left side in bed. On the road, I didn't sleep as well without him. So his kidneys have shut down. Hasn't eaten in 5 days. Tried everything from Chick-fil-A to ice cream. Please, Jack, please eat. I have to say goodbye tomorrow morning. I would rather be shot. But if somebody said you could have a best friend, but you can only have him for 10 years, would you do it? Every day and twice on Sundays. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
The Cardinals announced next season's promotional schedule today. Some new additions include the Adam Wainwright 200-piece puzzle, the Stanley Musial tumbler, and a Cardinals basketball jersey. The bobblehead giveaways include Jason Isringhausen, Jose Oquendo Mystery Night, Jordan Walker, Larry Walker, Scott Rowland, and Adam Wainwright and his new dog, Louis Pooches. Ticket packages and all-inclusive tickets go on sale Friday, which is being dubbed Red Friday.
Thanksgiving dinner, kind of, where you can skip right to dessert. Baskin Robbins has created a new flavor called Turkey Day Fixins. It's a scoop includes flavors of sweet potato, autumn spices, swirls of cranberry sauce, and pieces of honey cornbread. Usually when they come up with that stuff, it sounds gross, but that sounds very good.
No, it does not. No, not even a little. How about some chocolate?
You're a pasta person. That's your
And there
chocolate.
you have it, 5 on your side at 10.